All right, guys, we are here in the first full week of 2026. Hesitant to call this a relaunch because I don't know if it's a relaunch. It might just be a random check-in. It's 7 a.m. at the moment. We're gonna get all of the workout stuff together. Gonna pack up some protein and get ready for the day because it's Friday. It's a good day. We're gonna have a productive day. I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm doing different in 2026 to make this biggest year yet. So it's gonna be a fun one. Thanks for tuning in. I don't think I'm back, but it feels good to tune in again. All right, let's get into it. So really a big part of, not really necessarily what I'm doing different, what I'm continuing to do this year that was very good for me last year and really been in the last year and a half, 2 years, has been the consistent workout. Whether it's just walking some days or actually getting in there and doing a good workout routine. I've been doing programs with a local trainer here digitally, and then I go to Anytime Fitness. It's like 2 minutes around the corner on my way to work. It's super easy. Aminos in the morning, some vitamins, some protein, banana. Keep the morning lean, clean as I can when I'm on my game. And then for lunch, having that ready. I actually have lunch yesterday at the studio because I made it yesterday, but had some of the squad at the studio, so we went out for lunch. So I've got that there. So yeah, just trying to be planned out and consistent with good workouts in the morning, clean breakfasts, good lunches, set a good foundation for myself so that yeah, when we're operating and thinking about how we're gonna do business different in 2026, you got a good base to build on, because that is super important to feel energized, ready to go, and prepared at the end of the day. Two things that have changed my life so far in 2026 as well. The Google Home speaker, if you have multiple of them, you can pair them. It actually sounds really good in the house. And then wireless CarPlay. Wireless CarPlay was probably the best Christmas present that I got this year. Because my 4Runner, I love my 4Runner, but it doesn't have wireless CarPlay. It's like the smartest dumb car you can buy, but I'm okay with it because now we got it fixed. Yeah, another really cool present. This is called Retro Snap. This is like all your favorite Game Boy games on a Game Boy. I love this thing. I can play Pokemon Fire Red on it, which is awesome. But grab my pack and let's get going to the gym here. All right, so out the gym, man, for 2026, I've been doing this for the last couple years, but I do virtual programming with Jake Giamatti, a local trainer here who I really respect in Raleigh. So he does some virtual programming for me, so that keeps me dialed in terms of knowing what I'm gonna do when I get into the gym. I've been active most of my life, between sports and just going to the gym and wanting to train or doing other types of sports. So being in the gym by no means is uncomfortable for me, but I work out better, just more consistent when I have a game plan and overall just hit all of my body parts and whatnot. So that's been a game changer. I'm gonna keep doing that in 2026 because I just love that. Tune in on the phone to the program he lays out, and then we just rock and roll when we're getting to the workouts. So yeah, workouts are good. And now on the way to the studio, and we're gonna break it down for you guys. We're gonna talk about how 2026 is looking for us over at Burt's. Let's do it. Okay, so what are we doing this year? What are we doing in 2026 to make this the best year yet? What I'm gonna tell you, overarching goal is we're really going for a 3x in revenue this year. That's the top line. What are we trying to accomplish just from a business growth standpoint? That's where we're trying to go. What that means, there's really kind of
three big buckets in my mind of things that we're doing right now to try to get there. The first one is going to be sales. The second one is going to be, I'll call it professional development, but it could be really development across the board for our team, sales, and then operational excellence. So ops excellence. So I'm thinking about these three things. Really, the life of the business here at Burt's has really been built on referrals with a little bit of sales coming into last year. But really this year, we have a full built sales funnel now that we're bringing into this year. What that means is that we're doing Facebook and Instagram ads. We have our CRM built and productizing our service. So we're getting new leads, new interest from Facebook advertising, which is working really well for us right now. We're driving those leads into a CRM where we can follow up with them, schedule consultations, do that whole like text back, email back stuff that you probably experienced. And then productizing our service really comes down to packaging what we're doing so that it's easy for potential partners, potential buyers, customers to understand what we do and how you can work with us. So really, these three things are the primary parts of it. There might be some new services we added and whatnot, but really making sure we have a consistent, modelable funnel of new business coming into the business, and then being able to close that business with packages of services that are easy to understand and also help our operations be easier because we know exactly what we're doing every single time. We don't necessarily have to customize how we're approaching, how we're interacting with new clients. The second one, this is a big one, this is professional development. So for this year, we've signed on with a business coach who's helping not only kind of us think about the business, but also helping me with leadership coaching. And I think this is a big one. I mean, my whole life, Eagle Scout, captains of teams, always kind of the front man when it comes down to projects or what it may be, or even at past companies I've worked at, I've always been sort of pushed into or wanted to be in, but have been in leadership positions. But I think you can always continue getting better in that capacity. So a big one for us is going to be biz coach, leadership training. And then when I think about professional development too, for me, and most of the time that does mean individuals and whatnot, but I'm also thinking about sort of our, like, how are we conducting our business? So other stuff with this is like core values, mission, and how are we really using these things to communicate who we are, what we want to be, and how we want to be doing our business with our team. So professional development goes beyond just me developing professionally to helping our team, our leadership team develop professionally, as well as all of our team members understanding, how do we want to develop our work as professionals? How do we want to conduct business? How do we want to communicate? What are the standards that we have coming into our business? Our 4 core values for this year, they're also the Burt's Promise: show up, stand by your word, crafting good content, and never settle. So we've got those 4, those are on the website, and they're also our core values that we're using to give feedback, communicate with the team, spotlight people for doing excellence and like standing by those core values. So this is a big part of just really like strengthening the foundation of who we are as a company and what we can stand for. And then the third one is ops excellence. I'll say ops excellence, top of mind on ops excellence is really having good playbooks. So when we think about playbooks are sort of guides for critical business functions or critical parts of doing a job, right? So how are we coming up with ideas for content? How are we reviewing content? How are we doing video productions? How are we running ads? Playbooks are a huge piece of that to make sure that we are able to communicate and also consistently deliver on a standard that we have. Beyond that, we also, towards the end of last year, brought on an OBM, Operations Business Manager. So she is really helping us manage and implement a lot of these things while also taking some of the logistical stuff of running the business off of my plate, such as invoicing, hiring, things that can be definitely a time drain. She's stepping in to really run operations and support with making sure our operations excellence is there. Other things that we've done, we changed our project management software. So we went from, that's horrible writing, we went from Asana to ClickUp, just a better platform. Frankly, the free plan on ClickUp I think just offers a lot more than what Asana was. Asana was cutting features. ClickUp seems to have all the features that we were really looking for. So we've got a better project management system. We've implemented some other platforms for video reviews and things like that, but really trying to focus on, are we giving people the right support that they need to execute consistently in their role? Having someone to really oversee operations so that I don't have to do that, and can focus on really this sales bucket of things, and also what are we doing from like a development standpoint, because this is really where we're going to drive the dollars to grow the business. So at the end of the day, these three buckets are really what we're thinking about for 2026 to make this the best year that we've ever had. We've got a great foundation. I think coming into the month here, there's probably somewhere between like 8 to 12 really hot, good leads for the business. So we're excited about what that's going to look like. Doing more advertising, doing more lead generation services to really help businesses grow, combining with our content expertise, our social media capabilities. So we're really going to be able to build a well-rounded, package, and also just well-rounded engagements where we're really helping people go from creating a piece of content to closing a deal. And I think if you can really help someone across that full spectrum of things, you're bringing a lot of value, and they're going to want to work with you for a long time. So that's what it looks like for 2026. More videos are coming. I'm committing to at least like a video a month or something like that, but I got to stay consistent because I like doing this, and I like having the library of stuff that kind of shows how we've been building, how we've been developing all the things. So that being said, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.